Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Kris, or welcome if you're new. This is Disturbing Things VOL1, which is a volume. We're going to go ahead and click that. This is a new channel. I've never done this before. Rizith. I did subscribe because they had some pretty weird looking videos. Couldn't tell you much about it, but what I can tell you, they got another one. This is 14 minutes, and that's 42 minutes. All right, a little different. Okay. Well, you saw me click that thumbs up. If you can do that to me, that helps tremendously. You can subscribe to the channel. Both of those completely free. Voluntary, I understand. Getting some people to give a thumbs up is asking to pull a tooth with their fingers. It's okay. I get it. You can donate to the channel through the thanks button. It's right down here. It's not mine. That's his. But on mine, you can do that. You can do that for his if you'd like to. You can request a video if you do donate, and your name will be sponsoring that video. It's my thank you. You can still request without. You just don't get the shout out, and I don't necessarily get to it in terms of the others. All right, I'm going to shut up. Let's get into this video. Sorry, I was talking to my dog.
Today we'll be diving into a few topics I found online, even one that's a very recent ongoing case. The internet is vast, and there are rabbit holes, even some that have not been discovered yet out there. The internet has a lot of good and a lot of bad, and sometimes we find things online that unnerve us or disturb us. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in on some of the most disturbing things I've found across the internet.
Developing tonight, a disturbing case out of Adams County where dozens of animals were found on a bus and trailer. Both vehicles were in deplorable conditions. Police say there are now allegations that the animals might have been used in bestiality in other states. And police say this man right here, Sean Hirschman, was sleeping inside.
What a start. What a start.
On Tuesday, June 18th, an article was uploaded to KTV. Bus in Pennsylvania found carrying animals used for alleged bestiality. Driver arrested. About a couple weeks ago, there was a very shocking discovery in Pennsylvania. The Adams County SPCA got a call about a damaged vehicle, but something much more frightening was about to unfold. Personnel were called to the scene on Saturday near Red Hill Road after it was determined that the trailer the bus was towing was holding a large number of animals. When they arrived, the local SPCA reported that the animals were also discovered on the bus itself. 30 birds, including roosters, ducks, hens, and turkeys, were taken from the truck, along with 3 German shepherds and 1 Australian shepherd. During their investigation, SPCA officers revealed that the 4 canines found inside the truck were fed those types of birds. Staff also discovered a bull and pony in the trailer, which had been used for bestiality in another state. An Eastern Adams regional police officer who requested assistance from the Adams County SPCA said the bus driver, Sean Hirschman, was detained for an outstanding warrant in West Virginia. Currently, the case is still ongoing, but it's very shocking and upsetting. To make matters worse, the charges on Hirschman, the warrant I just mentioned earlier, was because they were allegedly distributing obscene materials to minors. Hirschman is currently being held at the Adams County Prison awaiting extradition back to West Virginia. At the time of recording this video, this is still the case. Currently, it's unclear what charges Hirschman will be facing, but he definitely deserves something because this is sickening and disgusting. The county states that they'll be closed until further notice because of all the mass intake and care all animals that are involved in this case require. To add, adoption is not available for the animals currently. There's going to be a lot of DNA tests being performed to help with the case, so support the research to make sure we can get all the DNA possible to prove that this man is guilty.
More than likely, unfortunately, because of what those animals went through, and they can't be rescued, they'll more than likely be euthanized. Unfortunately.
A new post was recently added. While recording this video, a new detail apparently emerged. Very disgusting. The man videotaped himself having sex with the pony. And to make matters worse, the warrant where he was allegedly showing minors obscene material, he was showing minors the video of him having sex with the pony. This is an obscenely disgusting case, and I hope it gets solved very, very soon. Before I get to the next segment, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I have an hour-long video that's going to be very, very ambitious called The Lost Media You'll Never Want to Find. That'll come out hopefully late July, early August, maybe earlier if we're lucky. All I ask of you is to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. This is a part of my weekly upload schedule, so this video is not on par with my bigger projects. I try to stay consistent with my weekly uploads, so I try to get videos out ASAP every week. I'm not saying that there's an on-the-dot date for when the videos come out, but they come out. I'm asking you to subscribe, and if you don't enjoy my content after giving it a chance, you can unsubscribe later. I'm not forcing you to stay around. If you believe this video deserves views or recognition, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm push this video further to you guys. I really appreciate the support, and shout out to Wario for being a real one. And again, disclaimer, I have allergies, so excuse my voice. On with the video. Back in February, it was my birthday, and I remember on Twitter when I was scrolling through, I saw a lot of posts about a person named Justin Mon. Twitter kept removing posts about Justin Mon, so I couldn't really figure out what was going on. I was confused and a little bit lost. Curiosity got the best of me, so Justin Mon is a 32-year-old man who uploaded a video to YouTube simply titled Mon's Militia, Call to Arms for American Patriots. I'm going to be censoring everything here, regardless of how much gore was actually shown. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so we're just going to be a little light on what I'm showing. But the main idea here is that Justin Mon beheaded his father, showed his father's head on YouTube, and then started going on a rant. Justin Mon is obviously very, very mentally ill and has a problem. He's very much right-leaning and very much an extremist, extremely radical to the right. Mon considered himself a novelist, a musician, an entertainer, an artist, and a politician.
He better be juggling all those things in jail, or his mouth is going to be juggling some genitals. Yep.
In the video, Mon called for killing all federal employees, adding that his father, an employee with the Army Corps of Engineers, had been a federal employee for many years. This really upset him. Ironically enough, this was also in Pennsylvania. He also complained about the Biden administration and the, quote, woke mob, before showing off his father's head in the video. It was also...
What a turn. Get Patriots, I forgot something core, Biden administration, woke mob, terrible things. Here's my dad's head. And now it's time. It's like, dude, what? How did this curve? Like, what? You want to rant and stuff like that? You want to use your platform, create a platform, rant and rave? Fine. That's fine. But the beheading, people really aren't going to be listening to what you have to say. All your credibility, it went out the window as soon as you decided to say, and here's this. And back to what I was saying, though. This is time we all focus around. No, buddy. No. I'm going to have to check out his other videos because so far I'm hooked on the disturbing part.
in a plastic bag, so although you couldn't see it very well, it was pretty obvious what it was. The video's been long taken down now, but that's for obvious reasons. This case is tragic because it really brings up the question, how healthy are right-wing conspiracy theories for these people? People that are so bored and cooped up in their minds that truly have problems mentally.
I'm not going to say right-wingist or this or left-wing or this. Like, I'm not going to label that person aside politically. I'm just going to label them mentally. And they got problems. Whatever you want to charge him, terrorism and all this other stuff, murder, his political affiliation means nothing to me. What side? Not to me. Not saying you might look at it and think, well, I care to know who he would have voted for or who he was against. Fine. I'm not saying you don't have that right. But what I'm saying is it doesn't mean anything to me because he cut his father's head off. That's above and beyond politics to me. Just me.
I'm not going to try to make things ever political on this channel, but there is a really good question about what's sane anymore about modern day politics. Are we all just going to be a bunch of crazy people? There could be many more Justin Mons out there.
That's a face that he's probably making in jail right now going, ooh, and they're going, yep, we're going to line up behind you, boy. You're not going to like what's about to happen to you. Ooh.
And politics is only driving them further. Like the other Pennsylvania case, this case is very recent as well. It's only a couple months old. Well, more than a couple, but you get my point. So, let's just hope these people get what they deserve and justice is served fairly.
I don't think that you behead your father and go on a rant, and I don't see you getting off on the charges of that. I don't know what you would say, so I'm pretty sure you're screwed.
This is a case that has shocked me, and
I've seen this one before, and it's annoying. I'm hoping there's more detail on it.
has been ingrained in my mind since I was really young, actually. I remember first hearing about this case back in middle school. It really did disturb me, and for the longest time, I couldn't wrap my mind around the whole concept. With the events surrounding this case, and considering what happened to Missy Beavers and the way she was killed, and what was remaining and seen on the CCTV, of course, little old me was shocked, disturbed, and scared. On April 18, 2016, the body of fitness instructor Terry-Leen Missy Beavers was found at Creekside Church of Christ in Midlothian, Texas. Excuse me, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I did my best. This case ended up getting a lot of recognition online purely because of the surveillance footage that was released. The surveillance footage shows an unknown person dressed in what appears to be police tactical gear walking around the church's hallways while occasionally breaking glass and opening doors. Police believe the person in the video is Beavers' murderer. Few developments have been made since the investigation commenced, and the assailant still remains at large. The thing that's really depressing about this whole case is Beavers was really loved around the church, and she had a fitness class there. Her last known footage was seen of her entering the church around 4:18 a.m. preparing for the fitness class that was set to start at 5 a.m. As soon as the students entered the church, they found Beavers' body. Of course, emergency services were called, and the whole thing was investigated. But sadly, Beavers was indeed pronounced dead. She was dead and found with several puncture wounds to the head and chest. And these wounds were very much consistent with what the assailant was wearing in the surveillance footage. As you can see here, there's something so unnerving about this footage, and you can see why I myself was disturbed by it. It's a case that I haven't seen many people reference lately in recent time, but it's a case that was really popular around 2016, 2017 on, disturbing channels and all that. Of course, me, myself, I was disturbed by it, and I was just a kid at the time. A lot of people mention that the gait, the way the person walked, is very feminine. So there is a theory that this person is not male at all, but police did believe it was male at first. Although it was questioned to be a burglary, this wouldn't make sense because all the visible iPads and iPhones in the area and most of the church tech in general was not touched. There was thousands of dollars of equipment in that church in itself and a lot of money to be found, sold, stolen, whatever. There just wasn't any true motive here because if there was a burglary, a lot of the stuff would have definitely been at least tinkered with or looked at or touched. But no, this person walked around, pranced around actually, to be honest, destroyed some glass, did some things, and sadly ran into Missy Beavers and I guess just decided to kill her. Now, if this is some sort of fucked up revenge story that we just don't know any context to, that might change the story just a bit to see, oh, it wasn't fully without motivation, but still, regardless of motivation or not, this is a very heartless, and very sad case that to me truly disturbed me for years. I've never forgotten about this case. I always get reminded of it somehow, some way, and it does unnerve me in the back of my mind. I never talk about it, but it always has unnerved me. So to have this on this, this entry here was very fitting, because this truly is something very disturbing that I found on the internet years ago, and I just wanted to include it here. Of course, this might not be what you'd expect from a video like this, but I feel like most of these cases aren't what you'd expect. But by definition, these truly are some disturbing things. Thank you so much for watching this video and bearing with my voice and allergies, and bearing with my horrible inconsistency to upload on the dot 7 days every week. So, of course, weekly uploads are always happening and will happen. You're going to get a video every week. There's no exact date to when that happens, but expect a new video, imminently after a week goes by. Of course, though, I am going to say this right now, for avid viewers of the channel, people like Wario, the GOAT, I just want to let you know that although weekly uploads are happening and I'm doing videos, once I get about 10-ish videos out and I hit maybe 1,000 subscribers, if I'm lucky, I don't want to gloat myself, but I am confident that I can get 100K by the end of this year. But once I do hit some goals with how many videos I want before a certain period of time, etc., I really have to crack down on creating my Lost Media video, because it's my most ambitious project to date and it will help me get a big boost. So if I have to take a break,
I'm just going to stop it here. He's got some videos out, so the Lost Media one is one that I did notice, so I will check that one out for sure. Yeah, the Misty Beavers, she was killed in a church. That's just... And he left out some things, but one of the people that they accused of, her and her husband, I guess, were having some difficulties. But the husband's father is a guy who has a similar walk to that. Now, he was cleared, supposedly, allegedly. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying the walk was similar. That's all I'm saying. Could be somebody imitating, I don't know, because they were never caught. But yeah, that was a sad one. But anyways, we're gonna end this here. He's got 5.59 subscribers, 5,590. Good for him. I think he's got like 10 videos out or something like that. So I think he has more than that. My bad. No, he does. He has 10 videos and 5,000. Okay. This is the Lost Media one. I'm definitely going to cover this one now because he's been talking about it. So, fake YouTuber. Okay, anyways, so I'll do this one sometime soon. But we're going to end this here. I hope you enjoyed it in the way of it being something you learned, but not something that you actually enjoyed. But until next time, have a good day, have a good night.